Hey everyone, it's Chantell Leak with workwithchantell.com. Okay, I am a connectionist with Affluentry Connection, and this video is going to be an Affluentry Network orientation video. Okay, and in this video, I am going to talk about what is Affluentry Network all about. Okay, so what does Affluentry Network consist of? Affluentry Network connects its members to top-rated freebie incentivized advertising companies that allow people to generate income by referring others to the advertising site. Okay, what is freebie incentivized advertising? There are online advertising companies who earn revenue for selling trial products and services on behalf of their major contractors. These contractors consist of well-known companies like Netflix, Discover Card, DirecTV, Disney Books, Redbox, Gamefly, and the list goes on and on. The advertising networks hire you and I to do the easy work of sharing and making sales. Most of these trials are free or as little as $5.99. That's not to say that there aren't trials and service products that go over that price, but however, the typical trial is within that price range. So that's why it's called a freebie network. Okay, and the incentive is that you make a significant amount of money, and the person who is visiting the site and making purchases from a special link that you give them, they also now have the opportunity to make money just like you. Okay, so how does this all work? As I go over this portion, I want you to remember three terms. Okay, trial products, independent representative, and credits. Okay, trial products, independent representative, and credits. You got it? All right, let's move on. So, how does it all work? The advertising networks do the hard work of establishing the relationship with the contractor companies. Okay, and once again, these are well-known established brands like Hydroxytone, CreditReport.com, and TransUnion. The contractors pay the advertising networks top dollar to generate new customers by selling their trial products and services. These relationships allow the advertising network to sell to and employ as many independent representatives as possible. An independent representative is a huge part of the success of this business relationship between the contractor and the advertising network. As the primary means for advertising, the representative gets compensated nicely to produce sales for the advertising network by selling the offers of the contractors. Independent representatives are everyday people like you and myself, and there are millions of people who are independent representatives for many advertising networks all over who are making a living working in this industry. And before we go any further, a few of the advertising networks that Affluentry Network sponsors and puts their stamp of approval on are companies such as Instant Rewards Network, Z&Z, Our Loot to Boot, Free Treasure Chest. If you went to the Affluentry Network site, you may have seen some of these networks listed as companies that we work with. Okay, so when products are sold, the independent representative earns credit on each customer acquisition. Each network has its own crediting system and pays a fixed compensation based on the accumulation of credits. Okay, that compensation can vary from $20 to $100 per one credit, but it depends on the compensation plan of that network that you join. Okay, while the representative is accumulating credits, the buyer also has a chance to accumulate credits too. Okay, the credits earned by the buyer goes towards getting registered to become an independent representative with the network. Okay, so I will break that down for you and show you how that looks in a transaction or an interaction between the representative and the customer. Okay, so say Tommy over here, okay? He is a representative with Instant Rewards, okay? Tommy has a customer, and the customer pays $1.99 for a hydroxytone trial, okay? Both Tommy and the customer receive a credit value of 0.25, okay? Tommy's credit goes towards getting paid. The customer's credit goes towards becoming an independent representative. Okay? The customer pays the same customer pays $1 for a creditreport.com trial offer. Okay? Both Tommy and the customer receive a credit value of 0.50. So now both Tommy and the customer are sitting at a credit value of 0.75. Okay? Once again, Tommy's credits goes towards getting paid, and the customer's credits goes towards becoming qualified to be a independent representative with Instant Rewards. Okay? The same customer then pays nothing for a TransUnion trial, and both Tommy and the customer receive a credit value of 0.25. Okay? Both Tommy and the customer, they now have a total credit value of 1 complete credit. Tommy gets paid, and now the customer is an independent representative for Instant Rewards Network, okay, or the advertising network that they joined under Tommy, okay, and that is as easy as the system gets, okay. So, how exactly do you get paid? Well, the advertising networks have been around for decades and have paid out millions every year. Okay, they pay the independent representatives on a daily basis by the trusted merchant PayPal. If you're not familiar with PayPal, just go to paypal.com. It's pretty self-explanatory. Some networks offer alternative payment options like company check, direct deposit, or money order. But in this day and age, most independent representatives, they do elect to get paid through PayPal. It's the easiest way to get paid. It's the safest and most hassle-free way of getting your money. Okay, you will need to manually collect your payments from most networks via your personal back office website. That's something, once again, it's different for each network. However, for the most part, that is how they generally work. Okay, and that can be explained. That should be explained during the registration process when you're getting registered for Affluentry Network. Okay. So what do you need to get started? Well, you need a bank issued debit or credit card. You need a photo ID and mail with identifying information on it. For the most part, just your name and address. You need a PayPal account. Okay, those are the top 3 things that you will need. Other things that you may want to have on handy, other things that you may want to have on handy is a computer or laptop and a phone. Landline or cell phone, it doesn't matter just as long as you have a phone. You want to have basic home office materials. You want to have a printer, notebooks, highlighters, pens, just so you can have a well-functioning office environment. If you don't have a printer, that's okay. You can use Kinko's or, contact someone who does have a printer that they'll allow you to use. But you want to really make sure that you have notebooks, highlighters, pens, because you're going to be taking a lot of notes, especially within the first, I'd say, 2 weeks of starting with the company, Affluentry Network. Okay, because there's a lot of information that you're gonna have to learn. Some important information to know. Okay, the advertising networks are not obligated to report to the Better Business Bureau because they do not take payments from users, okay? So your bank issued debit or credit card that you need to get started, that is for when you are completing the trials with the different companies. So say for instance, the customer that Tommy was dealing with, they completed an offer for hydroxytone. You get redirected from the Instant Rewards advertising site to hydroxytone site. Once you are redirected to a company's site, you're solely dealing with that company. The advertising company, nor your mentor or anyone else for that matter has any access to the information that you give to that company. Okay, so that is why the advertising networks, Instant Rewards, Z&Z, Free Treasure Chest, they are not reporting to the Better Business Bureau because they don't take any payments from any of their users. Okay. Um, the contractor companies, say for instance the ones who have the trials on the website, they are registered with the Better Business Bureau because they, once again, they take transactions daily from consumers all over the world. Okay, so the Netflix and the hydroxytone, the freecreditreport.com, all the trial offers that are presented on that site, you will find those companies on the Better Business Bureau's website. Okay. You will be considered as a self-employed taxpayer and will be responsible for your own state and federal taxes. Okay. You must report all earnings over $600 via a W-9. Okay. This is required by the Advertising Network to honor everyone's responsibilities to the IRS and Social Security Administration. Once you do hit the $601 mark with the Advertising Network, they will send you information on how you can obtain your W-9 and fill that out. Once you have that, you need to take it to a tax professional and they will help you. They will assist you with what you need to do from there. You can also contact your mentor, as well as we have instructions on going about getting assistance for that within the Affluentry Connection Center. Okay, so that is it for the Affluentry Network orientation. All right, thank you guys for watching. Now at this time you want to give me a call back at 240-308-8167 and let me know that you have completed your orientation. If you have any questions, then would be the best time to ask them. Okay. The next step of your process is going through registration. So in that call, we will get you set up with that as well. Okay. I look forward to talking to you soon and working with you. Until that time, remember, you are the creator of your own destiny. All right. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.